Hi guys, Lily here. So I learned that April is Sexual Harassment Awareness Month. So this is gonna be hard for me, but I think it's finally time I come out with my story because keeping it to myself is crushing me from the inside out. Okay, where do I start? How about the beginning? At the beginning of this school year, I met a guy named Caden. We had some mutual friends, so we talked. We were pretty good friends for a while, but I soon learned something rather disturbing about him. He wants to kill everyone in our school. How do I know that? When we were friends, he told me, and several others have told me they've heard him say similar things. But I did date him for about a week or two, mainly because I felt bad for the kid. I'm really bad at saying no to people, so I just kind of agreed. It wasn't so bad at first, but he got kind of possessive, and I eventually called it off. Since then, he has tried to get back with me several times. I made it quite clear I had no interest with him in that way. So after asking me to get back with him for like the fourth time, he stopped asking. I soon noticed he was stalking me. Any chance he could, he was staring or getting closer to me. It honestly kind of freaked me out, but he didn't really do anything bad, so I just tried to ignore him. Then there was the actual sexual harassment starts. If you were sensitive to this kind of content, please do not continue watching. I do not want anyone to get in emotional trouble or something. Anyways, we had 3 classes together. In math, he got moved behind me, and this made me somewhat uncomfortable, but I tried to not think about it and focus on my work. Then, he inappropriately touched me. This kind of rattled me, but I kept quiet because I might have been an accident. Then again, okay, accidents can happen twice. Then again, after class, I ran to my next class. I felt like prey being hunted. I felt vulnerable. I'm normally submissive to people when they want something, but this was 10,000 miles beyond my comfort zone. But if you think this was where the story ends, unfortunately no. The next day I told Sarah what happened and she was mad. When I got to math class, I asked my teacher to move me because Caden made me uncomfortable. The only available seat was 1 row to the side, 1 seat back, but it was better than sitting in front of him. I specifically tried to walk around him after going to my seat after throwing something away, and he inappropriately slapped me. That was it. There was no way that was an accident. He wanted me, and I wasn't willing, so I think he came to the conclusion he was gonna take me by force. I told Sarah what happened, and she got mad and yelled at him. I watched from a safe distance, and he denied it in a high-pitched voice and ran away. For a while, I was scared or nervous of him. I guess I was a bit traumatized about having a psycho stalk and harass me. It would have been different if we were in a relationship or something, but I had turned him down several times. I did report him to our assistant principal and eventually our principal. Nothing was done, and it honestly made me mad. He is clearly crazy. He has been to a mental asylum before, he hears voices, and he wants to kill everyone. Not to mention stalking and sexual harassment. That is 3 separate crimes, and this guy didn't even get a break detention. The school said they were handling it, but nothing was ever done to reprimand him. Every time someone brought it up, he either denied it or said it was an accident, which is obviously lies because he can't even stick to the same story. Anyways, I hope this helps some others to come out with their stories. This was really hard for me, and I feel it will bother me less now. And this is a message for Caden if you're watching this. I'm not scared of you anymore. And if you ever do anything like this to anyone else, if no one else will do something, I will. And you'll need the power of God to save you from me. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.